Very good morning. You're watching News9 with me, Deepak. And first up, Srinivasan has said that he is ready to lift the ban on dhotis at the club after Jayalalitha slammed the ban yesterday. Now, the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association president reacted to the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's remarks, and Jayalalitha called the ban sartorial despotism and a mockery of Tamil culture. Let's listen to what Srinivasan had to say. This is what he had to say. He said, "We will go by whatever the Chief Minister advises. There have been rules forever. When something like this happens, and if the Chief Minister has a view, we would respect it." That's what he went on to say. He went on to say that we will go by whatever the Chief Minister advises. There have been rules forever. So Srinivasan going on to agree to what Jaya had to say, and he also said that when something like this happens and if the Chief Minister has a view, we would respect it. So Srinivasan giving in to what Jaya had to say and her opinion. Now, Jayalalitha promised to revoke licenses of clubs that enforce a dhoti-less dress code and said a bill was on its way to ensure that the dhoti gets due respect. Now, the TNCA club in Chennai earned massive criticism for refusing entry to dhoti-clad Madras High Court Justice Hari Parthamam last week. Now, the club only allows members or guests dressed in full trousers, shirts or t-shirts with collars and leather shoes to access its premises. And so if it told Justice Hari Parthamam when he turned up to attend a book release function on July 11th. So Srinivasan giving into Jaya's demand of actually allowing dhotis into cricket clubs. There was a big controversy where it was said that though people wearing dhotis would be banned from entering premier clubs. Now, Jayalalitha promised to revoke the licenses of clubs that enforce such a rule and said that a bill was on its way to ensure that dhoti gets due respect, at least in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, the TNCA club in Chennai earned massive criticism for refusing entry to dhoti-clad Madras High Court Justice Hari Parthamam last week. The club only allows members or guests dressed in full trousers, shirts or t-shirts with collars and leather shoes to access its premises. Let's listen to what Srinivasan had to say.
As far as the club operates as per rules. Whatever, if the government has, advised this, we'll follow what the government says. We have no problems, no issues at all. If the Honorable Chief Minister feels in a certain fashion, we will oblige. We will not oblige. We will go with it. It is not like it. See, these are. There have been rules in all clubs for a long time. People have followed them. Sometimes something like this happens. It highlights maybe whether that rule should be there or not. And if the government has a view, and the Honorable Chief Minister has, we will respect it. 100%.
Moving on now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on his way home after a 3-day visit to Brazil for attending the BRICS summit in the coastal city of Fortaleza. The BRICS leaders met with the leaders of South America on Wednesday in Brasilia, and the South American leaders were invited by Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff. Now, Prime Minister Modi's flight will have a brief technical halt at the Frankfurt airport before reaching Delhi late in the night today. So, successful BRICS summit coming to an end. Modi will be heading back to India. He's expected to arrive later at night, but there will be a technical stop at the Frankfurt airport. Now, Narendra Modi is on his way home after a 3-day visit to Brazil for attending the BRICS summit in Fortaleza. Now, BRICS leaders met with the leaders of South America on Wednesday in Brasilia as well. Now, the South American leaders were invited by the Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff So good news for all Indians. Modi coming back after a successful BRICS summit along with all the BRICS leaders, and of course he will be arriving in Delhi later at night, but his flight will have a brief technical halt at the Frankfurt airport before reaching Delhi late in the night. Now, a leopard fell into a well at the Jab village in Panchamahal district of Gujarat, and forest officials brought the big cat out of the well after efforts stretched the entire day. Now, the incident came to light in the morning when villagers heard noises from the well and informed the owner of the farm where the well is located. Now, the well was dry and hence the leopard did not drown and was uninjured despite the steep fall. Now, local police and forest officials were informed about the leopard and a rescue operation was launched, and forest officials from Vadodara also rushed to the site to oversee the operations. Now, a team of veterinary doctors and experts to cage the leopard were also present at the spot. The leopard was brought out using a rope. Now, the animal was rushed to a rescue center as soon as it was pulled out to look for any injuries and give medical aid. The officials said that the leopard may have strayed near the village in search of a prey, and in the darkness it may not have spotted the well and fell into it. Now, the animal is around 2 years old and is fit and healthy for now. So quite a dramatic rescue operation coming to light in Panchamahal district of Gujarat. After a long effort, they finally managed to pull out the leopard using this rope. And as you can see, the leopard clearly agitated while they pull out, trying to actually attack bystanders. But the rescue operation was a successful one. They finally managed to put it inside the cage and put it back into the forest safely. Now, an idle mind is a devil's workshop, and if the mind is that of a suspended cop, it's all the more dangerous. Now, this is a lesson which the family of a youth, Bhartesh Masudagi, learned the hard way. Take a look.
Look at this youth dressed in a yellow t-shirt. He looks tired, and he has to be. After all, he spent 40 days travelling all over India. He is the hero of this story. He is 25-year-old Bhartesh Masudagi, a resident of Ugarkhurd village in Belagavi district's Athani Taluk. Now look at this man who is being held by the police. Believe it or not, he is a former cop, or rather a suspended cop. His name is Gajanan Tambota. Tambota could have used his mental faculty in a more productive manner, but he is a devil. He is the one who conspired to kidnap Bhartesh. Tambota was a cop attached to the Shirol police station in Maharashtra's Kolhapur district. But his career hit a hurdle in February this year when his involvement in a kidnap case came to light. He was suspended. The suspension was godsend to Tambota. He scouted for a rich prey and Bhartesh was the perfect fit. Gajanan Tambota had another race up his sleeve. His brother-in-law Rahul Bagde worked as a lorry driver in the Masudagi household. Although initially Rahul hesitated, Gajanan tempted him by offering him a slice of the 80 lakh rupees ransom he planned to extract from the Masudaggi family. Gajanan Tambota hatched his plan and got a woman, Mayuri Bakre, to call up Bharatesh. The steamy calls on the mobile beckoned the youth to come to Narasimhavadi in neighbouring Maharashtra.
एक लड़की को फोन करने को कहा।
कौन है वो लड़की?
वो अभी जेल में मयूरी करके।
क्या नाम है?
मयूरी करके।
हाँ, उसके जरिए इसको कांटेक्ट
हाँ,
कर
हाँ कांटेक्ट किया उसको। नरसोबावाड़ी को आने को बोला।
किसको?
लड़के को। लड़के बोलता हाँ हाँ आने के बाद उसको लेके हम चले गए।
Soon Rahul was driving Bharatesh to the latter's lady love across the state. Having secured the youth in his custody, Gajanan then began making ransom calls to the Masudaggi family, demanding 80 lakh rupees.
ನಂಗೆ ಪಹಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನರಸೀಪುರ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಾಂಬೆ, ಪುಣೆ, ಗೋವಾ, ಪಶ್ಚಿಮ ಬಂಗಾಳ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದ್ರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು.
ಇದು ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಟೂರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ.
Gajanan took Bharatesh on a 40-day all-India tour, visiting Maharashtra, Gujarat, West Bengal, besides Goa and Delhi. The suspended former cop used nearly 30 different SIM cards to communicate and threaten the Masudaggi family.
ಗಜಾನನ್ ತಾಂಬಾಟ್ ಇದ್ದಂಥವನು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಿಡ್ನ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗುಜರಾತ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ 80 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ಬೇರೆ ಫೋನ್ದಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಅವ್ರು ತಂದಿದ್ದಂಥವರು ಮಗನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೊಲೀಸರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವು.
The Masudaggi family then lodged a complaint with the Kagwad police, who slowly began to arrest Gajanan's accomplices. The patient investigation paid off, and now the former cop is a guest of the Karnataka Corps. Chandrasekhar Chinkekere, News9, Chikkodi.
Now heavy rains have lashed Uttar Kannada district and the city of Karwar is flooded. Normal life has gone out of gear after the roads and houses have flooded with water. The people are blaming the government for all the hardships they are facing. Take a look why.
The city of Karwar is submerged in water. Water flowed like a river into the houses. Motorists and school children were put into inconvenience as roads were flooded with rainwater. The residents complained that this has been the state of the city forever. Heavy rains or scanty rains, floods have become a routine affair. The reason behind this is the poorly maintained drainage system.
15 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು ನಾವು ಬಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಆದ್ರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀರೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬುತ್ತದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಒಬ್ರು ಬಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರದವ್ರು ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು 3-4 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು ಬಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ತನಕ ಇವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ.
The residents of the city are put to trouble as the houses are filled with water from drains. They fear epidemic. They claim that this problem would not see an end until state government sanctions funds to improve the state of the drainage system and roads in the city.
ಮಳೆಗಾಲ ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ KHB ಕಾಲೋನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಇದೇ ರಗಳೆ ನೀರು ತುಂಬುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತು ರೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮನೆ ಒಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೀರು ನುಗ್ಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇನ್ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಬ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆವಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಹೆವಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅನುದಾನ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅನುದಾನ ಬಂದವಾಗ ರೋಡ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಇದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. 6 ಕೋಟಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಬಂದರೆ ಒಂದು 25% ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು.
With monsoon just setting in, people of Karwar can expect worse in coming days. The residents are demanding immediate solution from the government before the problem gets worse. Sandeep Sagar for News9, Karwar.